colleague Niranjan, who's joining us on this broadcast. Niranjan, the kind of messages been able to steer the company through extremely turbulent times, but also the fact that after he's stepped down, he's brought in the kind of variety to his entire profile, which perhaps not many have done during their entire lifetime, what perhaps Ratan Tata has actually achieved.
When you look at some of the biggest headlines before the likes of the Adani, and of course the Ambanis have always been around, but the Tatas were in many ways one of India's first huge conglomerate. Look at some of the acquisitions. I mean, you spoke about how today any common man, a day never goes by without coming across a Tata product, whether they're using it or they're living amongst it. From durables, finance, automobiles, telecom, media, lifestyle, food, beverages, technology, retail, commerce, travel, infra, metals, aerospace. I can go on, but just to tell you a little bit about some of the headlines that you've seen in the last 1 or 2 decades. I mean, when was the last time you heard of an Indian brand? And I'm talking about 15, 20 years ago when they bought Jaguar, they bought Land Rover. This was post 2010. And you look at the story of Ratan Tata. I think it was late 1999 or the year 2000 when Ratan Tata and the Tata team was rejected by Ford Motors. Imagine them being rejected by Ford when they took Tata young passenger car business to Ford. They took the emerging car business to Ford and they were laughed at. They were laughed at the brand's lack of expertise in the passenger vehicle segment.
In fact, news coming in that he was in a critical condition when he was taken to the hospital. It appears that his blood pressure dropped immensely. That's the news that we have here of 86-year-old business tycoon Ratan Tata, industrialist, philanthropist, and former chairperson of Tata & Sons, has been rushed to the Breach Candy Hospital the wee hours of Monday. In fact, roughly about 12:31 a.m. That's around the time when he was rushed to the hospital, taken into the ICU. We're going to cut across to our correspondent Sahil Joshi, joining us for more on that. Sahil, blood pressure drastically drops and he had to be rushed to the hospital into the ICU. How's he keeping now?
Well, Nabila, he's 86-year-old and he has been complaining about cold and cough. Basically cough, and looking at the old age, he has been rushed to the hospital because it affected his blood pressure as well. Looking at that, he has been admitted in the ICU, and Dr. Farooq Utwadia and Dr. Shahrukh Golwala are actually looking after him. Multiple tests will be performed on Ratan Tata that will be conducted. They will be also likely to check the swine flu as well, and then the rest of the decisions will be taken. But right now, there is no reaction from the Tata Group with respect to Ratan Tata's, the chairman's health, and none of the reaction has also come from the Breach Candy yet. But it's likely that they might issue a medical bulletin as well. But right now, what we are hearing is that he has been admitted. He was complaining about the cold and cough since very long time, and specifically cough, and because of that, the blood pressure also dropped yesterday night, and after that, he was rushed to the Breach Candy Hospital.
Any details that have been shared so far?
Shravan, we know that the Tata Group, the statement that has been issued, it was clearly mentioned that the Tata was more than a chairperson. And the Tata Group has clearly mentioned that he was a mentor, he was a guide, a friend, and as he was an inspired by example. And with his unwavering commitment to excellence, agility, and innovation, the Tata Group under Ratan Tata has expanded his global footprint while always remaining true to his moral compass. So this was a statement that was given by Tata chairperson M. Chandrasekharan, where remembering Ratan Tata's contribution to the company, where the chairperson has mentioned that from education to healthcare, his initiatives have left a deep-rooted mark that will benefit the generation to come. So this was an official statement, but as far as when will be the last ride is something we need to wait for an official statement from the Tata family member. And we know that the chief minister is inside the Bridge Candy Hospital, and from the chief minister office, which has been mentioned that he is also speaking to the doctors. The statement that was issued by around 11:30, and but we know that any time from now, where the Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis is also going to reach the Bridge Candy Hospital. The loved ones of Tata is also reaching to the hospital. The family members is what are being told by the police officials here who is monitoring each and every situation right now. They have been saying that the family members are inside where the Chief Minister is going to meet the family members as well. But we have to wait for an official statement about the last rites, because right now the family members are still reaching to the